All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Carolina Panthers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, we're ready. We're ready. 21. 50 to Mike. General West.
Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Looking deep for Hilton. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. T.Y. Hilton, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
And some room to maneuver. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Russell Wilson. Touchdown number 15 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. In on the stop, DeMonte Casey.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 39, Ryan looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. And he's got his man Hilton. The 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Matt Ryan, his second touchdown pass of this opening quarter. And the Panthers have taken the lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Mike. 315. Alert.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. This is Riddick on the screen. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
I'm coming after you.
Throwing is Wilson. He's going to find Gallup here complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down.
51, shove! Gun. Mike 50, huh? I'm not ready. Mike 50. He's tired of me. Hey, Delta. Go, Mike. Gun. I got one. Let him go.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, their last miss on third down, they actually were able to alleviate it because they picked it up with a fourth down conversion. I don't know that they'd be wise to try and do that again here. To me, you got to punt the ball away.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not put your team in some jeopardy?
From the 39, Wilson. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
First down, Titans.
Single, slot.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Go!
Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson, and Walker has it. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now Wilson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They start on the ground here at Sanders. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, Ryan. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now Prater to add the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Back to the air, Ryan after the pick six. And some space here. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. And keep your eye on that man. 4 sacks last week, 1 there here in the second quarter. He can be so disruptive.
So what was he doing in the first quarter? What was going on?
Took a nap.
I think he tried to lull him to sleep a little bit. Like, yeah, okay, maybe you've got me this week. No longer. And you know, with the 4 sacks last week, it's obvious he gets his in flurries.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Going to take a shot for Gallup. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of 1, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strut.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Von Miller, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man is Kirk, complete. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll have his man, that's Edelman. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And a big one across here as he's taken down. Telvin Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Ryan. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Von Miller, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
Check. Move. Put him on. 14. Let's go.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
Chubb on the counter, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
14, run it. 54. Mike, 54.
On 1st down, Wilson. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. The completion to Riddick. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Will Parks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for the Panthers. 55 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's going to take this down to about the 17.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to make it 4th down. Bullock's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So that drive began at their own 3. They wind up getting 3 out of it.
And to me, the mentality to begin the drive, that was probably the key to everything. Let's just make sure we take care of the football, give ourselves some room, and maybe punt it away. Instead, it started at the 3, and it ended with 3 points.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Watch the run, watch the run.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Chubb with a 1st down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Wilson. Buying time to his left. That's going to be caught by Kirk. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
50's the mark. 50's the mark.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Hey, check. Hey, check.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And the catch made by Hilton. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. T.Y. Hilton. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. An opening for Chubb on 1st down as he dashes forward for about 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. This time Wilson will throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Thomas Davis. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Ryan. Got a man. He finds Sanders. A good pick up there at 20 yards. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Williams. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Williams. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. On the ground, this is Williams. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now it's Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
54, right there, 54.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Carolina, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the wind. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Murder beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Hey, yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Murder beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up, I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.